Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. It's 11:30 at night here on a Saturday, and the reason I'm going live is I have nothing to do because I've been sleeping all day, and so is May. We got rained in today, and so I just thought I'd check in and say hi to everybody, and I'll wait for some people to come on, and then we will do whatever we want to do for an hour. May's asleep still. I'm on May's computer because mine took you know what? There's 19 people. Okay. Thanks for coming along. And let's see. We got comments. Okay. So that's it. Baby May did a video. It's a #1 video, doing really well. It's got a thumbnail of 8 girls in a bikini. My video is a #7 because I got an old fat guy. So I don't know what the problem is. How come you guys took the bikinis over my old fat guy? You doing, Blueberry? So it's going to be, my face is going to get covered up by these comments. I don't know how to adjust this. This is May's computer. Mine took I got to take it into the shop. Hey, John, what's up, man? Let me see if I can keep up with this. Good morning. Yeah, I kind of like this nighttime stuff when you guys are there in the morning, because usually we do it here in the morning and it's nighttime there. So I thought I'd change things up, maybe meet some new people. Hawaii's up and running. Good to see. And the last guy that was on the channel, he has the comments, which I was a day late on because my computer melted down and I couldn't get to them. But anyway, it was about his health insurance. So I'm going to have him back and we're going to go over the health insurance that he's got that paid for his $15,000 surgery that he had in Manila. And then I think he's got another $8,000 or $9,000 that he's paying out here. I called him Mr. Lucky. How you doing, Scooter? Yeah, there's something about it. I don't know. Now, why the hell you guys are picking 8 girls in bikinis over my old fat guy is just, I don't know. I'm just not understanding this. Yeah, I thought I would do it. That's right, David. I thought I would do it because here's the deal. I mean, May and I are the most boring people here in Dumaguete. We get up early. If we're going to do something, we bust a move early. And then we're home by 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock. The other day, we went to Phil Health and renewed her Phil Health. And we stopped by Tom Tom's Coffee. We ran into a few people there, so we were chatting with them longer than we thought. And then we just went to Robinson's, and May did some shopping, and then I did some grocery shopping kind of stuff, real boring, like I said. And we came home, but it was 4 o'clock, and we just poop out, and because it's hot or it's cold or it's this or it's that. And driving the scooter is a lot more worrisome on me than driving a car. And I was talking to May. I said, you know what? We're going to have to buy a car one of these days. Let's see. Hi, Paul. Enjoying your channel. How was the world treating you? The world's treating me good, Lawrence. Thank you for asking. Yeah, but you know what? I always hassle Paul to come over and fix stuff. Not hassle. He always offers. I haven't talked to Paul. I don't know where he is. And this is a thing where the deal, it needs to go into the shop. I mean, it's either got malware or I've Googled how to repair it, and it says push this button, push that button, and then hold this down and do all this stuff. So I've been farting around with it for 2 days. And it's just time to either do one of two things. I'm either going to buy a new computer or get if this one can't get fixed, and that's that. So I am a cheapskate. I will be the first to admit. People ask me, why don't you buy a car? Because I'm too cheap. Why don't you buy a new scooter? Because the one I've got works. I just put new tires on it, or I fix it, and it's dented and it's scratched and it's been dropped, and but it still runs, And my whole idea about transportation is to just go from A to B. I don't have to go there for anything fancy. Same thing with the computer. As long as it answers the emails and allows me to upload a video, what else do I need it to do? I don't need all the whiz bang stuff. I'm not even doing spreadsheets anymore. So let's see, Canada, how you doing? Well, mornings are good, but only on weekends. I feel you. I feel you. North Carolina's here with us. Arizona's with us. You can hear me loud and clear. Cool. Yeah, I'm sleeping all day. I should look fresh. I have a question for you guys. One thing I've noticed is my whole sleep cycle changed, and so did May's during this COVID thing. I mean, because we just had to stay home, and there's only so many things you can do, and falling asleep, I guess, just became easier on us. And sleeping during the day is getting kind of weird. I'm not really liking it that much anymore. I used to love it and it's nice out here because the weather is so extreme. It's either really rainy, like it's been today, and you just can't go anywhere. Even in a car, it's a hassle. You definitely can't go on the scooter. Or it's super hot, and that's no fun. So we just, like I said, we try to bust a move early in the morning when the weather is nice. And then pre-COVID, we could go out at night because there was no curfew. So we could just wait for the sun to go down if it was a hot day. And then we would go out at night, and we would go have dinner or see some friends or something like that. Yeah, I'll get 8 fat guys. Yeah, next time. You're right. I only had 1 fat guy. I need to get 8. Yeah, a lot of guys asked Gene about the health insurance that he had, Brad being he, and he had this insurance that from America that covered everything, 100% reimbursement. So I have to ask him what that was. I don't know if it's something you and I can buy or how much it would be. Phil Health is a local health plan. It's really good for the locals, and it's not terrible for us. I forget the price for me, but I know I paid 1,800 pesos for 6 months for baby May. So what was that? What is that? $40 for 6 months worth of insurance. And what it does for her is it doesn't pay for medications, but if she's hospitalized, it's like 50% off of a doctor visit, 50% off of a hospital stay. It's a good deal. And for a foreign or for a foreigner, it's a weird deal. I think it's only the hospital and the doctor gets reduced a little bit, and it's a lot more money. I can't remember how much. I'll have to look into that. I didn't buy it. Like I said, I've just set aside some money for if I have to go to the doctor. My friend, however, bought Phil Health, and there's a 90-day waiting period before you can use it. And he got into an accident like 2 weeks after he bought it, and he had his girlfriend fill out the paperwork, and he got fully reimbursed. So he shouldn't have been reimbursed, number one. And number two, he shouldn't have been fully reimbursed. But it seems like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. Somebody at Phil Health got this paperwork and just sent a check or whatever they sent him for the full amount. And it wasn't that much. It was a couple $100. Yeah, I can dig it, man. I do not like the cold. And actually, it's not hot. It's cold out here too. It's been a weird season. Peter Birdie, let's see. Bad audio is caused by sound bouncing off of concrete walls. Do I have bad audio today? This thing's flashing yellow, so maybe. Is the audio bad? Yeah. England's kind of. Somebody was talking about England being really depressing because it's always overcast and stuff like that. Hey, man, what's going on, Shane? Nice to see you. Glad you're with us today. Let's see. Do you have any news of the girl who was pissed off about Foreigner? I don't remember her name. It was Sunday. Pissed off. You need to be more specific, Chief. The girl who was pissed off. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was the girl that was on the chat. What was she calling herself? Harriet. Harriet was a troll. Harriet wasn't a woman at all. Harriet was some guy. Because the real Harriet contacted me and said, hey, somebody used my picture. And I don't know anything about you. I don't know anything about your YouTube channel. But my friend was watching and she told me that my picture was on your channel and you were talking about me and blah, 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 blah. And I said, and then I went to respond to her and the comment that she left was removed, I guess, by her. So she told me it wasn't her. It was somebody else. And so apologies to Harriet. Thank you very much, Shane. That's very nice of you. I'll let Baby Bane know she's one step closer. It's called being retired. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Are you, Paul? 36 degrees. Weird weather this year, huh? All over the place. Let's see. I bought a center car when I was there. Loved it. Good in the rain. A little short for my long body. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start looking seriously at it, I still want to I want to wait for the COVID thing to lift, and I still want for May and I to bounce around. In other words, inner island first. I want to take her over to Bohol and Palawan and some other places and just sort of see if there's someplace else that we may want to live that we like better. I doubt it because Dumaguete's kind of, home. But I haven't been around very much. I've been to Cebu, but it was mostly on like visa stuff. And I went to Angeles City once when I was single for a weekend. And I have like very foggy memory of that whole experience. And what else? And we've been to Sikihor and stuff like that. But then I want to be able to bounce around with May to some other Asian countries, primarily Thailand, Kuala Lumpur, all that. The problem with those places is the visa stuff. So it seems like the Philippines is going to be where I'm going to be. I don't see myself ever going back to the States. I don't see myself going to Mexico. Um, I don't see myself going to Colombia. My friend Gary's there. He doesn't like it. I haven't talked to him personally, but I know he doesn't like it. And he still likes Nha Trang, Vietnam. I don't care for Nha Trang, Vietnam as a long term thing. Um, but I would like to check out Malaysia. And it's just my theory is never buy anything that you can't afford to walk away from. So I might just buy like some kind of beater car, just something that runs. I don't care what it looks like. It doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to get me from A to B, just like my gay looking little scooter. Fat guys rule. I just gonna, I just, I am gonna work in February on dropping some pounds and all that good stuff. But um, December, I knew was not even. Don't even try. Let's see, Peel. We expecting God snow. Oh. May would love it for about 30 seconds. May's in love with the idea of snow. All Filipinos are fascinated by snow. You can't blame them. They're like little kids in a way. Um, so they've never seen any of that kind of stuff. They see it on TV, and it looks so pretty and fluffy and fun. And then you get in it, right? You shovel it for a few years to see how much you love it. But I always told May, I said, if we ever go to the States and there's snow, I'm going to throw you out of the car and lock the doors. I wish you were here too, Polly. She's not Temple, buddy. I know you're in love with her. She loves you too. I know one day you two will be married. She's asleep. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Out there in Wisconsin. Is it? Now it's slushy. Now it's fun to drive. Let's see, am I getting lost here? Of course I am. No, that's a good question. I was going to get all kinds of shots and vaccinations before I came out here for all that kind of stuff. And they said you had to go down to the health department in Vegas. And I went there and it was like, I don't know. It looked like Black Friday at the shopping mall. There's a zillion people there. And then they opened up a private clinic place on Rainbow Boulevard. I'll never forget. And I stopped by there to see about shots, and it was like $800 for vaccinations. And I just said, I couldn't afford it. I just said, well. And so, no, I haven't had any problems with it. The only thing that scares me out here is called dengue fever. That's a mosquito bite, and you can get real sick from that. And May's had dengue when she was in Manila, and she said it was brutal. Got really sick. Chesapeake, Virginia. Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad the audio's working. Thank you for that. I'm not going to be on here real long. I just thought I'd say hi to everybody. Alabama, what's cooking, Roger? Audio's good. Thank you, guys. Let's see. It's the Philippines. While regardless of government or corporate policy, is always a friend or relative and grease the skids to make something happen. There's truth in that statement. Always. Talking about Harriet. Yeah, Harriet. Harriet turned out to be a dude or a guy, or I think. I don't know who it was, to be honest with you, but it was a troll. And I actually fell for it, silly me. Because it seemed like she was being kind of respectful and just saying, hey, you old guys shouldn't be here with our girls. And I thought, well, Harriet deserves an opinion. You know, she's not being nasty or rude. And it's the same thing like when I had Gerard on and he came on with a mask that said, what's it called? Black Lives Matter. When he put that on, I said, well, here we go. Because I don't agree with that. But why should I stifle him? I'm as bad now as Twitter and the rest of them that are saying you can't say anything. We're going to monitor what you say. And so last thing I'm going to do is censor anybody. So if someone's respectful and they disagree with me or we have a different kind of opinion, then you're welcome to air it. That's what it's all about, right? I'm a free speech guy. Yeah, it's bouncing a little bit. Okay. They got some kind of echo cancellation, but if it's not killing you. Actually, my landlord heard my last live stream where I was talking about having a 2-bedroom where I would have a place that I could put up and make into a little studio primarily for baby May. And then I had this other idea of what I wanted to do as a joke. And so he offered one of his studios to me today to use for a small fee. And I could actually split it with my neighbor, Mark. But the issue there is the same issue I have here. I want a room that is black. When I mean black, I mean like windowless, so you could just cover the windows completely and control the lighting and the audio and do some sound dampening. And you can do it on the cheap. It's just a matter of putting some, what do you call it, foam on the walls. And I know a guy here that's done that, and it's not a big deal. And it would actually just make life simpler to have one place to go. You can put up a green screen and make it more interesting for you guys, especially when we do this kind of stuff. And more fun for May, just, change things up. I never considered Manila, even in the planning stages, BG. I considered Cebu. In fact, when I initially decided on the Philippines, I was going to move to Cebu. So I thought it would be, when I was looking at stuff, before I looked at YouTube videos and I was just reading information, Cebu seemed to make the most sense. And in many ways it does. But the funny thing is that all the Filipinas or Filipinos that I talked to in the States said, don't go to Cebu. He said it's dangerous. And they said the Cebuano women are ruthless. So, But Manila, no. I never, ever had any desire to live in Manila. It's too crowded, too congested, too small, like LA. Let's see. Hey, Paul, yeah, up late. Yes, I am. Surf's up, right on. That's something I could never do. I was a kid. I used to go to Coronado Island as a kid. And I could body surf like a champ. I could boogie board like a champ. But I could not stand up on a surfboard. I was just thinking about that the other day. Just no balance. Yeah. Yeah, she got me, Shane. Or he got me, whoever it was. I will say hi to baby May for you, Stephen. Phew. -12, really? Oh, man. I remember being up in Canada with my dad fishing and going out on the lake early in the morning and how cold it was. Ooh. Paul, it says you have 22.9 subscribers now. You're big time now. No, well, thanks, Lawrence. There's a lot of people bigger than me. Trust me. But thank you for that. This note area working. I don't understand, buddy. It's about 68 degrees out right now. Yeah. I'm going to finish up this live stream in a little while, and then, like I said, I just want to say hi to everybody, and I'll go back to sleep. I had a lot of guys from Virginia. Now, isn't Virginia doing really well with the vaccine? Aren't you guys doing like a bang up job? What was it? Some states are like doing really good, and some states are all screwed up. Go figure, right? Sorry, I got to peer forward on this because this is really little on May's computer. Morning from New York doesn't say much. Well, thanks for that, Tom. Well, let me first be to tell you to take the shine off the dart. It's not, I try to be as candid as possible with you guys that, yeah, it looks good. And I think we're all guilty. A lot of bloggers are guilty of painting this real pretty picture out here. But there's some serious challenges. And so if I could go back in time, I sometimes wonder if I had come out to the Philippines just for a 2-week visit, I may have been turned off so much by what I saw that I may not have come out here. So I had to give it 6 months to decide. And I had my doubts. I know very little about that, my friend. I have been down to Zamboanga, which is the most furthest southern tip of Mindanao, which is, what's his name, Abu Saif or something like that. A lot of Muslims, a lot of terrorism stuff down there. And I went with, my first girlfriend was from there. And so she invited me down to her place to meet her girls and all that kind of stuff. She had grown children. And I stayed at a hotel, which was kind of a compound. And I asked her, I said, and we went out, yeah, but we went to like the mall and we stayed at the hotel a lot. And I didn't pick, she said, it's best you don't go out too much. And so I didn't, but I wanted to see her place. And then she said, I can't take you to my place. And I said, well, why? I thought she was embarrassed for me to see how she lived or whatever. And she said, if I take you to my place, I said, would I get kidnapped or something? And she said, no, but my girls would. They would see you there and associate you, in other words, with her place. And then her daughters, she felt, would be at risk. So it's a little scary down on the southern tip. But again, personally, I never felt like I was being watched or looked at or stalked. But like I said, we didn't go out much. And I have this theory that if there's safe places to go there. And if there are dangerous places to go, there's nothing down there that's worth risking your life for. Snow all over the place. I will go out there. I will go out there. That's one place that Baby May and I will go. Sounds like a nice little place. Because we might want to relocate. I don't know. I mean, I love Dumaguete and everything, but I've been here for almost 4 years. And you just, some change is good, right? As long as there's stuff like hospitals and a mall and a decent apartment. Yeah, it's 3 times as much. You're right. Yeah, I should get it. I should have got it the other day, but I don't have that much patience. Hey, good evening. How are you? Peter. Where's Peter? No. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Do you have a channel? Filipinos perspective. How about something else? Not getting- Yeah, you know what I heard was February 1, they're changing things around a little bit. And what are they supposed to be doing? Uh, there's a guy that keeps track of this a lot better than I do. And what's his name? He's a Filipino. And then I also saw it on the news today. February 1, guys like me and you can't come here. But if you are a citizen, an OFW, you can fly in, and on the 5th, you have to quarantine. So the regulation or rule, if you will, is so let's just say you're a Filipino citizen or have dual citizenship. Those are the two things. You have to have a pre-booked and reserved hotel that's quarantine approved. Okay, boom. You get there, you're at the hotel, and then on the 5th day, you have to have the test. And then it takes a day or 2 or 6 hours, it depends on who you're dealing with, I guess, to get the results. And then you can finish out the other week, if you will, because it's a 2-week quarantine at home. So it kind of lightened it up a little bit to where you fly into, I think, Manila. You quarantine for, let's just call it 7 days, because on day 5, you get the test. And I'll just say it takes 2 days to get the results. And then it comes back negative. You can go to wherever it is you live and self quarantine. But that's the only change that I've seen. There's still no travel for, coming here as a tourist. Yeah, that's my deal too. Yeah, I think the northern part of Mindanao is fine. Isn't that where CDO and all that's at? I don't think there's any issues there. It's when you go way south. Then there's some island that I hear people have been held on or something like that. No, they don't. You know what? If you talk to Bud, he'll tell you he doesn't really like that thing. Um, it's okay. It does the job, but it's still a motorcycle, and you're hunched over. And I have a bad back. I've had a bad back since I was a little kid. Um, so my neck has had really like this, and it's actually more cumbersome to me. Give me a car. If I'm going to spend the money, I'll just get a little tiny car. Little car. Trust me on that. Little would be in the operative word. Let's see. Where did I leave off? This thing bounced on me. It's beautiful in Florida right now. Let's see. Yeah, Karens. I can tell you some stories. A recent encounter with some Karens. The Christmas tree is still up at the mall. We were at the mall yesterday, and and the stupid Christmas tree is still there. Hey, how are you out there in England? Canada is doomed. Why is that? What's up, Eddie? Good morning, Oregon. How are you, Jim? kind of different being up at night. It's different for me. Okay. I like it when you guys discuss amongst yourselves. Yeah, man, Cebu is cool. It was a fun place for me and May to visit. We turned a little mini vacation. Oh gosh, a year and a half ago maybe. I went out there to do an exit clearance on my visa. So we went to the aquarium and we did what do you call it? Grab all over the place instead of taxis, and better options as far as shopping, better infrastructure, but really crowded. Traffic is the number one complaint out there. Yeah, I know. Weird seeing me here at this time. 12 degrees. Everybody's cold. Well, most Canadians seem to be pretty proud of their health care and all that kind of stuff. But I was curious what that Keystone Pipeline thing was all about. Why they canceled that. That affects Canada somehow, right? All right. Well, I'm not getting any more comments. So either there's something wrong here or I'm just boring you guys to death. So I will sign off. I will say good au revoir. Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm just lagging here. I am lagging. I was going to leave. Hold on a second. Let me figure out where I'm at now. This is May's computer. Mr. Ron's here. Hi, Mr. Ron. Thanks for coming along, buddy. Did I miss somebody? Yeah, yeah. It was Virginia, right? Yeah. And I think what they did was they threw out the government's plan and did their own. you know, Uh, smart. Let's see here. BG, how often do you have to have your passport stamped in the Philippines? Is there an U.S. embassy in Cebu? I thought that would be an advantage to living in Manila. Well, there is an embassy in Manila. I don't think there's one in Cebu, but don't take my word on that. And my passport, I get stamped every 6 months, up to 3 years, and then I got to leave the country. And there's no vaccine available in the public in Prince William County, Virginia. Yeah, I heard that's an issue. China Dave, how are you, my boss friend? Everything okay? 45 degrees in Cali. No, Virginia is like the third worst roll, but they're getting better with the vaccine. So we got three different opinions, as usual. That's how the news goes, right? uh, Man, you guys are having it like brutal over there, huh? Yeah. Now, May and I both want to go to Palawan real bad. And we want to go to Bahal and jack around. And we like Sikihor. We've been there a couple times. So that's always a fun trip. And then I was talking to her today that if we did get a car, we would just drive the entire island and go to Bacolod and all that over on the Occidental side and just kind of like snoop around a little bit. And then maybe take the ferry over to Iloilo once we go up there. And again, I'm not complaining. Dumaguete is great. We discovered the joy of going to dive resorts, even though we don't dive. We just like to go there and fool around. Let's see. I have a ton of friends at Dumaguete. I took a ferry and my motor down there from Tarak, North Luzon. Challenges and RP. Yeah. That's absolutely 100% correct. So if it's dangerous, don't go. Just got here. PH is open to spouses again. We have tickets to come on February 20th. We're right on, Jerry. Yeah. I don't like to comment on that kind of stuff because I never know for sure. But what I did read was that if you have citizenship, you can get in here. I wasn't clear on the spouse thing. I think he's on the beach because he's talking about surfing. Yeah, that's there's lifestyles too. If you like isolation, if you like being alone by yourself, or just a more solitary type of environment, that is options out here. Actually, there's options to do that right here in where I live. You can go an hour outside of town and kind of get away from everybody. Hang a baby May. She's always doing something. She's got somebody coming over tomorrow. I'm going to leave. Yeah. Oh, okay. 2 hospitals, only a 3-hour drive to Clark. You do a big mall. Contact me if you want to visit. I would appreciate that, brother. I would like to do that. I would like to do that a lot. Let's see. Am I behind, ahead? Where am I here? There we are. Grandpa vlogger? I guess I am. Vlogger grandpa. Yeah, I am a grandfather. Proud of it. Some people seem to have a thing about age. I don't know what that is. I'm kind of proud of the fact that I made it this long, but that's just me. Let's see here. Is RP. Question there for him. Question there. Hello from Northern Germany. Well, hi. I'm not in Davao, but Mr. Ron is. Whoops. Hey, Don. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that way myself. I consider myself an optimist, and I was going to hang in there until I figured everything would be done in no time, but now I can just see that the wheels are slowing down across the board. There's not enough vaccine. It's not getting done here. Um, People are dying from it. People aren't. I don't know what to believe. So I just decided that this year's a wash also. Let's see here. Sorry, the skin keeps jumping. All about money. Now they tell you have to book and get into a quarantine for 7 days when you're booked for a hotel for 2 nights. Get the results back in 24 hours. Yeah, that's never let a good crisis go to waste. Yeah, yeah. So I was right. Well, I wasn't right, but the news is that's exactly mirroring what I said that the news had said today. But you know what? It could change. That's the problem. That's why I don't book anything. Is like I was going to go to the States, and I just said I'm going to shine it on because they keep changing the rules. What's going good today could change in March. And what if there's something else that happens? Like there's this, what is it? The South African variant is now got everybody all in Twitter, right? So what if there's an Antarctica virus that comes out in April, and we got to stop everything again? So I figured I'd just wait. Let's see. You're going to I lived there 4 years of a station. Well, okay, good for you. Yeah, I heard Baguio is very crowded, but that's a very, very popular place. Yeah, because and yes, you're right. Isn't that Dutarte's hometown or something like that? Cebu seems like a good idea. Huge giant big city attitude. Yeah, I think it's a cool place to go visit. Like I think New York would be a cool place to go visit and hang out for a couple of weeks and take in a show and see some landmarks or whatever. But I wouldn't want to live there. I don't think. Same thing with L.A. I lived in L.A. It's just too big, too crowded. Too. It's got a LA used to be really cool, I think, back in the 70s and the 80s. I didn't know how cool it was um, and fun. But now it's just gotten, I don't know, kind of dirty and dangerous. Yeah, I'm usually asleep at this time, kids, but I slept all day today. It was one of those reverse things. Hello, Darren. Guys, check out Darren's travels. He's got a nice little vlog. Love the nights in Valencia. We get to bed early and get up early with the locals. Yeah, me too. This was just one of those weird days. Still waiting for my 1400. No shit. Um, what was I going to tell you? The original time that they did the 1400 way back when Trump did it, um, is are you talking about the original 1400? Yeah, because we got 1400, then we got 600, right? Um, you got to go to that IRS website. Where's my check or get my check? Because I had to. So I would recommend trying that. The IRS. Well, I will check you out. Maybe you and I can do a collab sometime if you'd like to be on the show. Um, I'm always big on meeting new people and seeing different perspectives and sharing ideas, and that would be awesome. If you want to, let me know. Maybe we can do an interview. I don't know if you're here where I'm at or if you're on another island, but maybe we can do something right here live. Do a split screen thing. That would be fun. No, no. Let me help you, BG. There are immigration offices here in Dumaguete and just about everywhere in the Philippines. Um, I shouldn't say that because I haven't been everywhere in the Philippines, but most major places are going to have an immigration office. So there is no. I've never been in an embassy, period, ever in my life, a U.S. one or anybody else's. But there's simply an immigration office. You wander into that prior to your visa expiring. You tell them you want to extend for 1 month, 2 months, or 6 months. Those are your options. And you pay your money. They keep your passport. They send it off to, I believe, Manila. They get it stamped and done and all that good stuff. And then they give it back to you. So it's actually a very, very easy process. You don't have to do anything special. You just have to show up. You need to have a current passport. So, if you're planning, like one thing I did do, I've never talked about this before, but one thing that I did do is I ordered a brand new passport just before coming out here. So it would be good for 10 years. Let's see. Am I getting behind? Am I getting behind? I always seem to get behind. Let's see. I watched your video a couple of weeks ago with the missing 100 pesos and it ended up being your chicken. Do you think there's a possibility that the chicken is to blame for your laptop issues? I blame the chicken on everything. So no doubt that little bastard got a hold of my computer. that friggin' chicken. That's still my favorite video. Hey, Don. Am I going backwards here on my comments? As usual. I think I am. Let me see if I can catch up here. Oh, there we are. 1,400. That was the last one. Okay. I'd love to do a collab with you, collab, however you say it. That was my last question. Okay, now we're there. Why are you even up? The bar girls are sleeping. Yeah, there are no bar girls out here. Yeah, that was a bad decision. I don't like to go political stuff, but I disagreed with that. Thank you, Jan. I will. I'll probably go off in about 15 minutes or so. Like I said, I wanted to say hi. Hey, Orlando. Get a lot of people from Florida. Here, look, here's another one. Hey, John. I shall. She is very sweet. Is that what it is? I never really knew what it was. So, yeah, Canada has a decent healthcare system. I've been to Canada a number of times fishing. And so, a couple of friends up in Canada and a couple of friends, Canadian friends down here that seem to be very pleased with it. They say the wait time could be long. Keystone is a Canadian project. Okay. So I don't know why we would cancel that. I mean, it's not doing anything, right, to the environment. Yeah. Yeah. If you're referring to the new 1400, maybe that's what you were talking about. The top off, the 2000. I was thinking the original 1400 you still hadn't got. But if you were being tongue in cheek, which I totally appreciate, yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath. These guys aren't moving any faster than it was before. This is what sucks, dude. Is you got to go. Um, I'd love to get you to go on the that government website, the IRS website. I'm sure you've already done it, but it's like, where's my check thing? No, it's not my thing, and you're absolutely right. But there is not any night scene at all in Dumaguete, for the exception of one bar slash disco called the Why Not. That's it. And they're closing at 10 o'clock. And in fact, my neighbor Mark wanted to take his girlfriend there this weekend with baby May as her wingman, and we never did it. His girlfriend's never been there. So, and May's been there a couple times and she hates it. But, I said, we'd go for an hour, have one beer, and, let her, let Mark's girlfriend see it. Let's see. Let's see. The work with the Keystone Pipeline in West Virginia is stopping, and probably the next thing that they will stop is our coal. I worry about that for you guys. I think I like being, again, I don't like to get political, and I'm not picking a side here. It's just an observation, is that, work, manufacturing, internal production, especially of energy, takes you off the tit of the Middle East, right? You don't have to worry about buying oil from outside the country, and so it's as political as I get. You know what I mean? But I just don't see the logic behind doing that. I hope it opens up this summer. I would guess that if there's not we've had a one punch, then we had a two punch, and I think we're getting a three punch now with the what do you call it? The South African variant. So as long as we don't get a 4, 5, and a 6 punch, yeah, probably summer. That's my thought. So far, I've confessed that I've been 1,000% wrong on all my little predictions. So I'm the last guy you want to listen to. The work on the Keystone Pipeline in West Virginia is stopping, and probably the next thing they need will stop is our coal. Okay, I already read that. Sorry. And I say it's 68 in Valencia. Yeah, it is. I don't have the air on. I don't have a fan on. It's just nice weather. It's raining, but it's a cool rain for once. Oh, I appreciate that, Chuck, very much. It goes straight to baby May every time. And so that'll go towards her little land fund. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Canada is terrible. Big time socialist Karens, everyone angry. I've heard about the Karens in Canada more than you know. I don't get into the social scene as far as the or the political thing over there because I don't know anything about it. And I'm not living there. Oh, I was going to ask you guys about that. I have two questions being stranded out here in the Philippines. Do you remember back when oil went down to zero? In fact, it was like it was better for them to give it to you than when it was down to zero, when the pandemic first hit and nobody was driving anywhere and no airlines were flying. There was like super supply and no demand. I was wondering what gas prices went down to at that time. And I was curious about this question. How much is a gallon of gas out there right now? When I left, I think gas was running about $3 a gallon, 3.50 maybe. Thank you very much, and stay warm out there in Germany. Yeah, a lot of guys do that, James. I think it's really a smart move if they can, afford it or make it work. Um, they do 6 months here and 6 months back home, and I think that's a really awesome setup, especially if you still got like a lot of family and friends that you want to stay with, hobbies, a job, an occupation, and you need to get home to. I have a friend out here, Ed, who goes home for 4 or 5 months because he loves to fish, and he's somewhere I think in the Seattle area or something like that. Anyway, he does fly fishing, and he just goes back there and does that and plays golf. You think it will take about 5 years? I think about 5 years. She does a good job of saving, but she did go out and spend some money on me yesterday. I don't know. May's channel is picking up. Um, so that's a good question. I don't know. At current rate, it would take her 5 years. Yeah, everybody's got an opinion, and everybody's an expert. Trust me on that. Did you? I heard mixed things about Bahal, but I heard it's got a really good road, and it's like easy to circumvent the island, kind of like Sikihor. So I think we'll go to Palawan first when it opens up because that's May's, big fantasy. And I really want to go there too. I hear it's beautiful. And I'm not a beach guy per se, but I would be one there because it seems like it's so beautiful, white sands and done right. Out here the beaches kind of suck. It's kind of dirty water, rocky. Palawan is great. See there? I rest my case. Sikihor is great. Get down there in your case. Mindanao, great island for vacation. Yeah. Sikihor, I love Sikihor, but I get bored over there after 3 or 4 days. Um, I'm not that much of an island guy. Yeah, it sounds a lot like here, dude, but I would like to go there. I would like to go there and meet you, and I would also like to go there and see that area. A friend of mine is married to a Penang. They're going to six months. They got quarantine for 5 days. Might want to double check that because what I'm hearing, Darren, is that after 5 days you get a swab test, and then you finish out a 14-day quarantine. But again, just what I'm hearing. How you doing, Mike? Thanks for joining with me. Only the best dads get. There you go, buddy. Being grandpa is great, because you can get to torment your kids. You get to go over and to your kid's house and get the grandkids all hyped up on Coca-Cola and chocolate bars, and then go, okay, we got to go now. I haven't. I don't know. I mean, I never shopped for property on the beach, so I couldn't tell you. Me and I did look at a little lot up here, um, about 5 minutes from where I'm at right now, and really liked it. It was $40,000 just for the land. Hello, Montreal. Yes, there is an immigration office in Dumaguete. What is the schedule? Visits for tourists. They don't really have a schedule. I don't think you can call and make an appointment. And there's also a immigration service right next door that I use, that you spend a little extra money and they do it all for you instead of going into immigration. They'll fill out the form and get it handled. So even an exit clearance. So I can't remember the name of the street that it's on. I've only been there, 1,000 times, but on the street, I mean. But all the places look the same to me. But if you get out here, just I can show you where immigration is. On Luzon, Clark North is great. Time of pause. Yeah, I wanted to go up there when I was single, and just never did. I forget what stopped me. Could have been health. Let's see. What's your opinion about paying bills in person and waiting in line? Just curious. Is then a house I'm going to lock down? Yeah, that's. I was watching. Like we were at the mall the other day, and there was people in line paying their PLDT, which is the internet, paying their electric bill. I have an app on my phone, and let me back up. My landlord here pays for the internet, pays for the water, pays for the electric. They pay the total bill. They just handle it. And my previous landlord did the exact same thing. So I've never been in one of those lines before, but they're brutal from what I've seen. Now, I have an application on my phone. I can actually show you guys. Where is it? It's right there. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like Christmas. Hold on a second. Whoops. Yeah, I went to Messenger. Hold on a second. Mm-mm-mm. Is it up or is it down? Gcash. See that guy? Gcash. I use that Gcash app to pay my phone bill. And I use it to give May or anybody else that needs it load. So I have seen on the Gcash app that I could probably pay my electric bill right from there also. I don't know about internet, but maybe. So Gcash would be the application that I would use. The fun part with Gcash is that maybe half the time I go to make the payment, it doesn't work. So I always start off 2 days early. And then eventually, if the internet's working and Gcash is working and all the other things are working, we actually get our phone bill paid. Thanks, China Dave. We always like likes. That's what it was. Thank you, Tom. That's what I was trying to think of. That's who I watched. It's called The Vlogger Grandpa. Another channel did a vlog on the Philippines opening up on February 1st. That's the guy that I got the information from. And then I watched CNN Philippines, which is in English here, but it's Filipino. And they were talking about the exact same subject. So thank you for that. I couldn't pull the guy's name out of my head because I'm old and tired. Let's see. I have a 24-year-old granddaughter. Wow. I am your age, Paul. And they is all for all babies. Wow. Good on you. Well, here is Michael's got a message for us. There's a message from the Bureau of Immigration. Yesterday they said tourist second or third quarter. I would tend to roll with that, Michael. Unless we get smacked again. You know what I mean? Let me put that back up. I'll put that up for a second so you guys can check this guy out. Because he did a vlog about this whole thing I was talking about with the quarantine. Yeah, yeah. It's trying to give you a landmark, but that's like impossible. If anybody's been here, you know that it's so hard to give direction, and there's no street addresses. I don't know if that's prevalent throughout the Philippines or if that's just here on this island, but there's no such thing as 123 Maple Street. It's just like even where I live, there's no actual address. It's just kind of a description. And we have all these guys that run around and deliver food. And then, of course, you've got Shopee deliveries and how they find people. A lot of it is done by phone, text. Hey, I'm Shopee. I'm here with your stuff. And they meet someplace. May was getting a delivery and was going to meet somebody at like McDonald's or something. Let's see, Tom, opened a Charles Schwab account due to your advice. Thank you. Yeah, that's I don't give advice very often, but that I felt I could step out of my comfort zone on that because I've heard nothing but good things about Charles Schwab, and I don't have one. But I'm glad you were able to do that, buddy. It'll pay off. Yeah, I have to have Mr. Lucky back on again. Brad, good guy. Um, I really want the primary questions and comments. I got to him a day late because my computer melted down. But anyway, I finally got to the comments on his little video, and everybody was 90% was, "Hey, tell us more about that insurance." So that's what I'm gonna ask him the next. I'll call him tomorrow and see when he wants to come back over, and we'll do a follow up video so he can explain in depth about it because I know nothing about it. Now, I think yeah, you're probably right. I probably misread that. I'm always hypersensitive to a lot of times guys will refer to me as old or dirty old man, and then grandpa comes into that. So you're right. You're right. I get a lot of trolls. So, but you're right. And that's why I wanted to put that up. Blogger grandpa. Shout out to Harriet. You need to leave Harriet out of it because Harriet's a troll. Harriet's not Harriet. Let's see. My wife is from Baguio City. Yeah, I've never been there, but I've heard it's nice and cold, but crowded. That's the only downside. Yes, yeah, Saturday. Yeah. I'm not out to jinx you, bro. I hope it does nothing but get better. Besides Baguio has, I don't know. I haven't heard of one. I've heard that it's way up in the mountains and it stays cool and you can wear sweaters and stuff. New York isn't cool now. They're close to everything. Yeah, New York and LA, they seem to be doing really kind of shitty job here. Let's see. We had a place there in 2014. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right on. Keep on showing that. And you guys check him out. He's a real popular vlogger. He's got real nuts and bolts advice and information, unlike my channel, which is just a bunch of mediocrity. That's right. I'm going to actually do a video called that. Something, not that, but something close to that. Everyone's been up to, Tim, but just north of you. Okay. New York City and LA. And they're supposed to visit for a very, very short. Yeah, I'm on the same page with you. Again, I don't want to disrespect them or anything. I mean, I know New Yorkers are real proud to be New Yorkers, and that's great. That's awesome. Um, but as far as a lifestyle, it's just too big, too chaotic, too hectic, too expensive, and dangerous. Yeah, you can't blame them. Here's what I don't understand is why there's no world outcry about China. Maybe that's in the future. Yeah, it was my mistake. I had my moment. You're right. The third stimulus check. You're right. It was for $1,200. You're right. I don't think that that's going to happen fast. Now, it seems to me, here I go. Yeah, you guys are right. See, I'm not normally up this late. Actually, it doesn't matter how late I'm up. I'm still stupid anyway. But you'd think that these freaking guys could just get you out your money and maybe extend your unemployment and what else? Get a vaccine going and put all the other crap on the back burner till later. But let's bust a move and put some money out there for you guys. And again, if you're on unemployment, I think you should continue to get your unemployment and get vaccinated if you so desire. Make that happen. David C. Thanks for coming over, David. We appreciate you, man. Let's see, 27 dead of COVID in Clark County, 1% vaccinated. So that's not much. That's where I'm from, Clark County. Well, no, not really, buddy. They're just covering me. And so, Grandpa Vlogger, that's an error. Owe you an apology. Owe you an apology, buddy. Enjoy your pizza, Peter. The 14 hasn't passed for the House Senate yet. Yeah. But can't they just hurry up and get that done for you guys? I don't know. Am I just being naive? I did not know that. You do, I agree. Yeah, I like his channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I don't watch a lot of channels, but I like him. Let's see. Oh, I missed some. You can reload phones from Zoom. I didn't know that. I have Zoom. I didn't know you could do that. Let's see. I missed some of you guys here. Sorry. I don't know how this happens. Oh, here we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. You have been probably asked this, but how do you bank? Do you have a deposit in the States, then transfer, or just use ATMs? When I was there, ATMs was really aided in my withdrawals. Yeah, that's a great question. I do exactly what you said in the first sentence there. And that is, I keep all my money in the States, it goes into an American bank, and then I simply transfer over my monthly budget. ATMs eat me for lunch also because I was not smart and I did not set up a Charles Schwab account. So a gentleman mentioned earlier that he had done that. He set up a Charles Schwab account. So you can use your Charles Schwab uh, debit card here as much as you want, and they'll charge you all the fees they want. But Charles Schwab reimburses at the end of the month, so it ends up being free. So that's the way I don't have a bank account here. I am thinking about opening up another account just so that I have another card to use. That crossed my mind the other day. Yeah, it's a good channel. It's a good little channel. He's very detail orientated. He does a good job. Out of stock is a fact. I love the chicken video. Do another. I'm sure he's prone to other mischief. He screwed up my computer. I do have a lot of ideas for stuff, um, but it's just not been conducive. It just take my word on it. Way past my bedtime. I was saying earlier in the vlog or the stream here that I was what do you call it? Sleeping all day because it rained, and this COVID thing and the lockdown changed my sleep pattern. Same with May. So um, hopefully, when things open up, we'll be able to change. But we've also get dictated by weather a lot. You know, neither one of us. Well, we can't go out in the rain. We can't go anywhere in the rain because of the scooter. And number two, if it's really super hot out, our MO before COVID was to go out early in the morning, come back, regroup, take a nap if you want, and then we'd go out at night. And because we could stay out till whenever. They do, huh? They only do it for 60 days. That's interesting. Because here we have the option to go to 6 months. So this little union sounds like a pretty good place to go. So let's see. The U.S. is getting too expensive. Median home prices. Yeah, what's up with the houses going up? See, that just runs contrary to what I think should be happening. But again, I don't know anything. I know nothing. I enjoy your appreciating first. Thank you very much, Jake. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I do. You know, it's all the chicken's fault. Everything you think going wrong today, chicken. Isn't that interesting? I did not know that. And that's a little bit of a hassle, not a major one. I mean, if you can pop in and pop out, that's cool. But that's interesting. They don't have the 6 month option there. It's like you can't get an exit clearance here in Dumaguete, but you can get one in Cebu. But now they have this office, JRC services, that you pay 1,000 pesos, and they'll get the exit clearance for you, so you don't have to go to Cebu. And somebody mentioned earlier that if you grease the right wheels, you can get anything done, and I agree with that 100%. Hi, Michigan. How you doing, buddy? Hello, Florida. I'm up to doing a split screen message. Me if you're interested. I know Duma or the Ireland. Place anytime. That'd be fine. Just send me a message, boss. Are we friends on Facebook and on Messenger? That would be awesome. I like interviewing people. I like people that just come on and have either been here or not been here or want to come here. Anybody who wants to come on the channel is welcome, as long as you keep it clean. I mean, I know I drop a few F-bombs here and there, but you know what I mean. Just not be disrespectful, I think, is the primary word. There are a lot of problems with environmentalists and private property owners being pressured to sell property. Is that in America? Let's see. Bar girls equal trouble. If I had a quick and RP head on a swivel. And guys, please. Yeah, bar girls are a problem. I don't know. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. It actually goes to Baby May. And then the studio thing is probably not going to happen here at this apartment because there's too much furniture, and it wouldn't be something that I would want it. If I did it, I would really just need to move and get a 2-bedroom place, and I don't see that happening, not this year at least. But I would love to have a little studio for me, just to set up, put all of our crap in one place, and we don't need a pool. We never use the pool, so that would be the trade-off. But I was just thinking that I've had these like you saw the chicken video. I got a zillion ideas to do stuff because I like comedy and I just see funny stuff, and I don't want to say what they are because sometimes I say it and then I see it on another channel the next day. So I got to keep it to myself. But there's just ideas that I have that I would like to do that won't work in this environment, but would work in that one. And then anyway, enough on that. Well, let's see, Bryce. Let's see, was it Bryce? Paul, would you say that Cebu is the best place to stay when I go for the first time? Should I wait to see other area before dating? I can't tell you about the dating, dude. That's a personal thing. Um, Cebu would be okay. Yeah, I mean, you just have to do your research. You know, what do you think is the best place? I can't say it's the best place for the first time. I have not enjoyed Cebu that much. I found it just to be too much traffic and all that. I prefer it here in little sleepy Dumaguete. Did he block me again yesterday? I heard from others that might be in jail after being freed for a day. I don't know what that means. I wasn't on yesterday if you're talking about me. Let's see. We went to Jollibee. No chicken, sir. Out of stock. Yeah. Isn't that weird? We go to McDonald's and they're out of stock of French fries. I don't get it. Yeah. Where's my gas prices? Let's see here. Why not? Nice dancing and stuff until the freelancers stuff place. Yeah, Honeycomb's got some bands outside. I don't like it because it's like brutal service. Um, the Why Not again is it's Why Not's one of those places like when it was up and running before the pandemic thing, we would go there once every 3 or 4 months and just go for the sake of going and doing something and kind of watching people. But you're right, it's a place for um, local guys to go. People that like to dance, usual typical stuff. But then there is the freelancer crowd and all that kind of stuff. No girly bars there in next town, which I will not name. Some of them expat owned. Yeah, there are no girly bars out here. I don't know what Rain Man and Out of Stock are talking about. You guys know? Yeah, I would agree with that. Again, I would prefer some place like this. Hey, how are you in Arizona? Here we go. I think I'm getting some prices. So gas is 236 in Michigan because I know it's different throughout the country. 275. Okay. Yeah, I would figured that much, David. You know, it was they're quick to go up though, huh? Remember $5, $6 a gallon paying at the pump? Remember that? Tom's got it at $2. Minnesota is 249. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays out and what it does to you. Because cheap gas means, helps everybody, right? It was below $2. I was curious if it got down to $1, but then I realized places like California, so there's no way. So gas at that time was about $2, and right now I guess it's running about 3. Is that true? Here we go. Cheapest you saw in Arizona was $1.86. What? Here's the thing: you couldn't go anywhere. So I guess everybody managed to maybe fill up the tank, and then go home and park for until the pandemic was over or the lockdown. In Orlando, it went down to $2, 199, and is now 235. So that's not much of a swing, really. China Day, the cheapest I've seen here in Cali was 249 a gallon. That must have been down when it was at 0, right? 165. Wow. Oops. 190 in Houston. That makes sense. Gas prices up 15 cents in LA. $3, huh? 15 cents in LA. Yeah. Yes, then where would you suggest to stay to travel and to see the country? And should I take someone with me? Buddy, you're asking me questions only you can answer. $3.50. Hawaii is expensive anyway, but $3.50 is not too bad. Utah, 219. Okay. So it was down to 165. Wow, that's the lowest I've ever seen. Now over $2. So there wasn't a big swing, but it stayed low, right? 340 in LA. That makes sense. Warren Buffett owns trains through Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, let's see here. Good morning. Okay, it was 339 visited your hometown, Vegas, last week. Not the same COVID. So gas in California is $3.39 a gallon. Yeah. One of the reasons I wanted to go is I figured I could stay at a hotel in Vegas for really cheap too. Let's see. Surrounded by water and you can't go fishing. What gives? There's just no excursion boats that go out fishing for tourists. There's dive boats, but no fishing boats. I think other islands have that. I see guys surf fishing, but I never see any tourists doing it. I just see the locals. In Texas, at the low, bought it for $1.08. There you go. Yeah, I think it's got so much to do with the state, right, and the taxes and all that happy stuff. And now it's $2. Texas has got cheap gas. Let's see. I've seen 189 in West Virginia, now 265. I wonder how much it's going to go up in the next few months. Be interesting to watch that. Yeah, good girl can save you a lot of money. Dental is awesome if you get the right person. I found a great dentist. I also really good in Vietnam. My girlfriend in the States has property connected to the airport in Bahal. It's actually up for sale. We're trying to sell it. Good luck with that, man. Hope you do. Let's see. Philico has. Yeah, they have come down. They have come down. And it's supply and demand. There's nobody coming in, obviously. And those that are coming in have already, they're pretty much locals. So, yeah, rents have gone down and availability is up. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's. I can't wait to get there. I've heard so much about it and seen so much about it, and I would just love to go check it out. I love Thailand. Been there a long time. I agree with you. I agree with you. Thailand's my number one choice for food, infrastructure, internet, all that kind of stuff. But the people are a little bit more detached, if you will. Here, it's just it's easier to navigate here, I think. I think kids promoted me. Let's see. After the aftermath, will the new normal be better for expats living in the Philippines in terms of cost of living, safety, etc.? It's a good question. I think that it's the old supply and demand if you're talking about cost. So if a bunch of guys pour in here, obviously prices are going to rise. Safety's never been an issue. Yeah, I'm sure there are. Again, I'm not looking for property and I wouldn't look for beach property. That's just me. Um, hey, listen, Filipino Perspective, thanks for coming along. It is late. I got to go to bed too. God bless you. We'd love to have you on the channel. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you. So, kids, I'm going to wrap it up. It's like 1:15 in the morning here, and I'm going to go to bed. So, as usual, I'm sure I've missed somebody. Let's see. Thanks, Paul, for your answer. You're welcome, John. I hope I got you answered correctly. You're right, John Claude. I need to cut the budget down to $100. Yeah, there are guys that kayak. In fact, I know two guys that own kayaks, and they go out on the ocean and paddle around. All right, kids, I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. Is that fair? I have to go to, yeah, I got to go too. Absolutely, dude. Careful with renting out the house, but I would use a property service manager. But anyway. All right, so we'll just kind of cruise through the comments here. It's old and tired. It's creaky. So I'm just going to kind of cruise through these guys and let you read them. Charles Schwab is awesome. I don't have one, but I heard it's awesome. Yeah, that's the other issue, right, Bernie? Getting the money in there. I don't really want to go, but it's like late. I know I need to. If I don't go to bed, it's gonna be hell tomorrow because we're doing something tomorrow. Here, I agree with this. See, this is the deal: is the flu thing is on China, and I just think the world should send them a bill. But nobody talks about it. Everybody talks about the issues that they're having in their country, which I understand. But what the frick, you know? Uh, anyway. All right, kids. Here it is. Republic of RP, Republic of the Philippines. The PI I was familiar with. The RP I was not. Hello, Jason. What are you doing up this late? So who'd I miss? This thing's not moving now. Let's see. 9, Tens of a gallon. I've been around for years. I don't know what that even means. Paul, you said Thailand was your favorite. No, I wasn't really crazy about Vietnam. Of course, I was in Nha Trang. Yeah, maybe Saigon would be a different deal. Um, I don't know. I just didn't like that's what I didn't like. It just felt, I don't know. There was no real soul to it, but that's Nha Trang. It's kind of like a tourist area. And tourist areas are great for tourists. It was great. I'd love to take baby May over there for 2 weeks and just hang out and look at stuff and do touristy stuff. But then it seemed to close in on you. And the language was tough, beyond tough. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. Paul, can you get a straight up massage in Duma, no hanky panky, just a good old massage? How much? Yeah, you can. In fact, I've got a video that I did about a massage parlor here. That's totally legit. And my friend works there. And it's a video that I never released because for two reasons. Number one, the quality was really crappy. We tried to do a tour of the place and promote the place. And then I called the owner up and I said, you know what? I told her what I just told you. Our video came out crappy. May did one, I did one. And the lighting was way off. The sound was way off. It was impossible to get the girls. Were all shy. And they were, it was just a crap video. So I loaded it up and I looked at it and I said, no, this isn't doing the place any good. It's not doing you any good. It doesn't do me any good. So the prices were, I think May got a facial while we were there, and it was like $5 or $6. And I got a back massage, and it was the same $5 or $6. And they have a room with a jacuzzi. They have a couple's room. They have this, that, the other. It's totally legit. And then the reason the woman doesn't want me to talk about her place is because she hasn't renewed her business license yet. It's January, and that's when all that's due. And I don't think she's got the money to pay for the business license because she's been suffering through COVID. And she says, I don't want to put a spotlight on my place right now because the competition will see it and they might throw me under the bus. So I know that's a long-winded answer, but yeah. In fact, I don't think there is but one or two places that I've heard of that have any kind of hanky-panky. Prevalent in Thailand. I didn't see anything like that in Vietnam. I went to one place in Vietnam and did a facial deal just because it sounded relaxing. It was totally professional, cheap. I like this place, but I'm not going to mention it until later and she gets herself legit. But I will be going back and doing a video about that place because most of the places here, they're legit, they're all that, but they're not the cleanest. If you know what I mean. Hey, thank you very much, China Dave. I always do these by impulse. Yeah, it was good seeing you the other day. You got to come back this February and do a concert if you're up to it. All right, guys, I'm going to start saying goodnight, goodbye, hasta la taco. Thanks for coming by. Hey, what is crab mentality? I was asking somebody that the other day. I know the P did something about crab mentality, but I don't watch her channel. I mean, it's nothing against her channel. I don't like to watch other people's shows. Crab mentality. I asked May, what's May crab mentality? She didn't know what I was talking about. Saw me in a bikini. You'd set the record for unsubscribers. Good night, sir. Thanks for joining in. All right, kids. Let's see. Hold on a second. Crab mentality is where people hate to see someone else get ahead. Oh. Oh. Maybe I will watch that video. Interesting. It's a nice way of saying a troll. I call it people that try to crush your spirit. You know, that's what trolls do. They try to crush someone's spirit. I don't think there's anything worse than that. Crab mentality is usually where people hate to see someone else get ahead, so they try to drag them down. You know what? I'm going to go back in and watch her little video. Got it. Okay. Thank you, guys. You guys rock. I'm sorry, Scott. It's new on me, too. I'm usually not up at this time. Usually I'm waking up at about 2 o'clock, and I've done live streams at like 3 o'clock after I've had my coffee. But today was one of those goofy days where me and May just passed out, and I woke up, and it was, what was it? Like 11 o'clock. I had a cup of coffee, and it's like, well, here I am. I may as well say goodnight or good morning or whatever. All right, kids, I'm going to pull the plug. Yeah, free the crabs. All right. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for those that participated. And as always, you guys stay safe, stay COVID free, and I will see you next time. And I hope you guys can all travel out here and see us. All right.